What's up, everyone? Welcome in to the Fantasy Football Game Show brought to you by Front Yard Fantasy here on the Better Sports Network. I'm your host, Simon, joined as always by my co-hosts, Joey Wright and John Luke Garofalo. What's up, boys?
Not a whole lot. I hooked up a dryer today all by myself, did all the electrical. I feel like a man.
Without dying?
Well, I didn't die. And like there was bets definitely going on in my family, like in the family chat, like, oh, Joey's gonna die today. And I'm like, guys, I got this. So
you told your wife you were installing a dryer today, and you guys whipped out the will last night just to make sure everything was in order.
My wife had her fingers crossed.
So. Well, Joey, as an electrical engineer who's never done a single ounce of electrical engineering in my life, you could have come to me for help. The only thing I remember from my electrical engineering background is what I learned on the first day of Electronics 1. He told us all electronics are powered by magical smoke. And that's why when the magical smoke is released, your electronics stop working. So if you ever see your electronics release smoke, they never work after that, right?
That's true. It's the magic smoke.
It's because the magic smoke is inside and it keeps them working. And when the magic smoke gets out, they don't work anymore.
Wow.
Incredible, right? And that's
I saw magic smoke come from the garbage disposal one time. It never worked again.
It's all magic smoke. 6 years of electrical engineering, and that's what we got right there. We got some people in the chat ready for today's show. Victor, what's up, Victor? Says, good afternoon,
Victor.
bro. Chachos. What's up, my friend?
What up, my guy?
And he's saying, smash that like button. Victor's always got our back in the chat. Appreciate you looking out for us. We got Better in the chat with the Como Está. What's up, Better? Welcome in.
What up, Better?
Está bien.
Albert in here with the hello, everyone. What's up, Albert?
What up,
Welcome
Albert, my guy?
And Dame letting us know got VRBO and TikTok ads today, so at least I've got that going. Man,
book yourself a nice little vacation.
We are upgrading the world. Yeah, you can get a rental and then just spend the entire time on the toilet watching TikToks while you're there. Sounds like a dream. And Scamper's in here with the howdy FYFers. What's up, Mr. Scampers? Welcome in, my friend. Well, guys, joining us today, we have our friend Thad Houston with us. I believe, Thad, we got you here now. What's up, Thad? Are you with us?
Gentlemen, and I use the term very, you guys doing?
Whoa.
Not so gentle.
Doing all right. It's looking like we might be having some lag issues still.
I'm not sure if the internet connection will hold up. Otherwise, yeah.
See, unfortunately, we're going to have to hopefully get that figured out. Some technical difficulties with our guest Thad on this end, but we're going to get those sorted. Get him back up here to play some poll perception with us today. Scamper's in the chat saying, shoot, I mushed the like button. Is that okay? JL, final verdict on mush versus smash.
You can smoosh, you can smash, you can moosh. You do whatever you'd like, Scampers.
Joey, any other adjectives you'd like to add? Joey, any other?
Sorry, Mr. Papa. No, I was just saying, like what JL just said there. Like I'm gonna go back and like that's gonna be the next love letter to like my wife that I put on the bedstand before I leave for work early in the morning. Like you can smash, you can smoosh. I'll always love you. Something like that. Yeah, even moosh.
We got Ladarius in here saying, good afternoon, all. Hoping all is well.
Ladarius?
What's up, Ladarius? And Dustin in the chat with the what's up, boys. Hashtag Team Joey.
Yeah.
What up?
I was gone yesterday, Dustin. Team Joey was missing from the show, and I don't think I didn't notice.
We got my mom in the chat with the slam. She's all about slamming that like button. No mushing that like button. Also, right before the show, I just wanted to bring something up to you guys that happened not more than 10 minutes ago. I opened up Twitter, hadn't been on there in a little bit today, and I see on the side trending is Mooney. And when you see one of your favorite players, one of your like fantasy guys' names trending, like it's usually a very good thing or a very bad thing. It's very rarely just nothing. And I went into full on like, wait, what happened with Darnell Mooney? How did I miss Darnell Mooney news? Like enough so that it's trending and I haven't seen a single thing. It was nothing, literally nothing. I clicked on it. Nobody's tweeting anything about Darnell Mooney. Twitter was just messing with me. I'm convinced there's like some Musk level pranks going on where he's just like searching your tweet history for words you say a lot, then throwing it up in the trending topics on the right.
Just trying to influence fantasy football community.
There was nothing. There was nothing about Darnell Mooney unless I missed something entirely.
Dude,
the fact that you guys haven't jumped in and said something makes me think that there is nothing about that dude.
Nothing.
I don't think so.
My little bird's gone. Now it's a little dog.
The
what does that mean?
On Twitter.
Oh.
Well, guys, today, hopefully we can get Thad in here to play along with us, but we are playing our OG game, Poll Perception. For those of you who have never played this with us, it's the game that tests the contestants' understanding of the public sentiment of fantasy football players, the NFL, and maybe some other things thrown in there, but it's going to be mostly fantasy football and football-related polls. How the game works is JL's going to be running it for us today. He's going to propose one of our polls to a contestant. He may ask me, hey, Simon, what percentage of people chose side A in this poll? I am then going to give the percentage that I think belongs in side A. The closer I am, the more points I am going to get. Now, Joey, after I guess a number and before JL tells me the answer, you're going to be responsible for saying whether the actual percentage is over or under the number I guessed. If you're correct, you're going to get 2 points. We're going to alternate who's the one giving the percentage, setting the line back and forth for a couple of rounds until we get to our last and final poll, in which case everyone's writing a number down. Whoever's the closest gets 5 points, and the person with the most points is our poll perception champion for today. You boys ready?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Well, we're going to have to stall for a second.
Before we get into that,
I lost
it looks like our friend Thad is back. Thad, let's see if we got your audio working now. If not, then I'm going to throw a temper tantrum live on air, and you all have to watch while I do it. And looks like it's not working, unfortunately. That's okay, though. Well, guys, if we can't get this working, I want to make sure everybody goes and follows our friend Thad on Twitter. He's on Twitter at @rad_Thad1, is a DFS guru over there. So if you're a DFS grinder like that is, then you're going to make sure you are following him. Hopefully we can get him up here before the end of the show, though. Hopefully we can get him up here. After you follow Thad, make sure you head on back over here to our YouTube channel or bettersports.com. If you're on our YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. We're on every day at 3 p.m. Eastern time now, playing game show games just like this. And in case it's hard to remember that new time, the bell will make sure that you don't forget. Victor in the chat said, temper tantrum Simon is a nice guy.
Oh, he is. That is truly something to be marveled at.
It is, I know myself. If there's one thing I am, it's self-aware. I have a lot of faults, but lacking self-awareness is not one of them. And throwing really awful temper tantrums definitely is one. I don't get there often, but when I do, I can throw a nasty one. I can throw an absolutely nasty temper tantrum.
Man.
Simon, I've just made a decision.
Yes.
It's been a while since we've done this on a show. If Thad can't come on, just you and I head to head, it's not juicy enough. I think we need to come up with a really good side bet.
I could do a side bet.
How juicy are we talking?
Like, not like doing the stream topless because I don't want to like send our views through the roof, but like something like good.
I like the eating one. I liked whenever Coop ate a tomato on the morning show. That was fun. I've been wanting to do this for a while, Joey. It's not spicy. It's going to be different. An entire lemon, peel included, like an apple.
Oh, I mean, I'll do it. I'll do anything except
loser of today's show.
I wouldn't mind that, honestly.
I think it might be like all right, but it's going to be a lot. Know what I mean? It's going to be very sour. You're going to make faces.
The peel is what gets me. Like
if there's just a like a quad lemon slice sitting there, will you eat it?
Absolutely. But not the peel. I
not the peel. Yeah.
Peel the fruit out of it 100%.
Of course. And ask if you're a serial killer.
Also, Victor said topless.
What if you have to do the whole show with like the lemon peel just inside of your mouth? You know what trick I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That'll be good for the audio quality. Adam, our producer's back there going like, no, do not do that, Ben.
I'll eat something.
Okay. We can figure it out. We'll sit with the lemon for now, but if you think of something better before we get in there, then let's do it.
Sounds great.
You guys want to get into this game?
Let's get into this game.
Simon, you already described the rules, didn't you?
I did. I described them. We're ready to get into it. Dave's ready for the game as well. What's up, Dave? Welcome in.
What up, Dave? Good to see you in here. All right. I'm going to adjust the order here, but Joey, you are going to be going first in this
Awesome.
poll.
Okay. Thank you, Dustin, for pointing out my camera was mirrored.
So
I thought something was off too today. I was like,
dude, is mine? Is it weird? I saw that setting and I looked at it and I went, I can't tell. I don't know. What's it normally look like?
Thank you so much. I was feeling off and you have fixed it. It's because I was backwards. No, yours feels right, JL, I think.
Kudos to Dustin today, savior of the show.
All right. All right, Joey, your first poll.
Yeah.
Your first poll.
Mm-hmm.
Dynasty, 12-team, Superflex PPR. Okay, those are the details for this league. For this poll, which side do you prefer? CJ Stroud or Deshaun Watson? What percentage of the public chose CJ Stroud in this poll?
So I think we're a season removed from a lot of the discourse around Deshaun Watson. And I feel like people are drafting him now pretty high. I would say as a top 10 quarterback. Stroud, I really haven't seen taken inside those top, maybe right there, outside there, the 11, 12. So I think Watson's going to win this. So side B is going to win. So I'm going to go 32% CJ Stroud.
You're going to go 32% CJ Stroud, correct?
That'd be 68 on the Watson side. Yeah, it sounds about right. 32.
All right, 32%. Simon, do you think the actual percentage was over or under Joey's guess of 32%?
I think a couple months ago that would have been exactly right. But there's enough hype towards CJ Stroud being the number 1 overall pick now, and still negative feelings towards Deshaun Watson, and his play at the end of last year didn't help ease any of those concerns. So I'm going to say it's higher. I'm going to say it's over Joey's guess of 32%. But I think you're well within that range of getting points. It's probably still on the Deshaun side.
I hope I don't need a lemon.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fair logic, I guess. Fair logic. All right, Simon, locking in the over. We got some guesses here in the chat. I think 75 from Scampers. Dame, 59%, 36 from Albert, 64 from Craig, 47 from Dustin, 39% from Ladarius, and 69% from Victor.
Kind of all over the place.
Guesses. Yeah, really not much consensus amongst all these guesses here and with you guys on the panel. The actual percentage, people who chose CJ Stroud. Who chose CJ Stroud in this poll over Deshaun Watson as the player they prefer to roster in Dynasty was 34%.
Oh, that was way
nicer
closer than I thought it was going to be, Joey.
Pretty nice, Joey.
Thank you.
That's going to give you that. You were within 5 percentage points. That's going to give you 5 points. Simon, you did correctly guess the over under here narrowly, but you're going to get 2 points.
I'll take them.
It's pretty nice.
2 points. 2 points.
Nice.
I also wanted to shout out Craig. Craig, I am so sorry. Something in Restream, your comment from the very beginning is not showing up at the top, but he came in here and he said, "Don't worry, chat. I will keep them coming undeterred." And with no context, I had no idea what you were talking about, Craig. But there is a beautiful joke at the beginning that did not show up in Restream. Our classic Craig dad jokes are back, baby. He said, "FYF Fantasy Fortune, not a fad way to spend a Tuesday afternoon."
Oh, let's go. I miss those, man.
Those were good.
Beautiful, Craig.
We have such a beautiful chat.
We do. We really do. All right, 5-2.
Yeah.
Well done. Well done, Joey. Which side? I'm curious. What side would you guys fall on if you're making this decision?
Oh, man, I kind of do like the Watson side. I mean, they're trying to build something nice for Stroud there in Carolina because I feel like that's where he's going. I feel like he's going to go ahead of Bryce Young. And listen, Amari Cooper, and everything they're doing there with Elijah Moore, and they got David Njoku. It seems like Watson's got the targets he needs. He's going to be able to rush, to have the rushing ability. I probably would rather have the Watson side.
Rather the Watson side. What about you, Simon?
This is close for me. It's really close. What I saw last year at the end of the season wasn't promising, but Deshaun Watson, but it was a guy who hadn't played football in over 2 years coming in mid-season. So it's hard to judge based on that. We've got a lot of uncertainty on both sides here. Mm-hmm. On the Watson side, we have seen him play at an elite level in the NFL. So I probably do land on the Watson side ever so slightly, but as we get closer to the NFL draft, if CJ Stroud is the number 1 overall pick, I think this is close enough that level of uncertainty would be enough to push this to the Stroud side for me. Know what I mean? Like right now, he might be the number 1 pick. If he is the number 1 pick and that's what Carolina's doing, then I'll take him over Watson.
Yeah, Watson, his troubles aren't long-term in the sense of his on-field performance. He's going to be fine what we saw last year was really the shaking off of the rust. So he's young enough too that I think I would lean him over CJ Stroud in pretty much any situation.
I get it.
Any format.
I get it.
Does landing spot matter to you at all? Like, let's say Stroud, Bryce Young does go first. Carolina falls in love with him, and Stroud goes to the Texans. Does that
Deshaun Watson?
No, it doesn't change anything because Deshaun Watson, I think, is in a pretty good landing. Like his spot is pretty good. So CJ Stroud would have to land in a significantly better spot than Deshaun Watson for that to affect my decision. And I don't see any franchises where that would be the case.
Okay.
Yeah. There's very few teams that are like just a quarterback away. One spot where I could think of if everything goes to shit for the Jets, right? Like the Aaron Rodgers trade doesn't go through. They're unable, like they don't end up signing Lamar Jackson if Aaron Rodgers doesn't go through. There's just like they're sitting there staring at Zach Wilson and they end up with one of these top tier quarterbacks on the roster. Then maybe we're looking at this is a great landing spot for a young quarterback, which sounds bizarre to say.
Right. Yeah, it does sound weird. I think the closest guess in the chat here was Albert, 36%. Pretty good guess. But Joey, I think you beat everybody. I think you beat out the whole chat.
Albert and I were even 2 away. Both of us 2 away.
That's true. Good math. Good math.
Dustin here wants to know if I'm naked under my jacket because that's sexy. Yes, I am. In fact, and there's my chest tattoo. I'm covering my nipples, censored for.
He's Kyle XY, but with the nipples.
Yeah, so just a guy. He's like Kyle XY, but with nipples.
It's just skin, baby. What a weird premise. Is his belly button too? Is it all skin, or is there just the belly button with no eyes?
Let me pitch a show to you real quick.
Just hear me out. Netflix, hear me out. Don't kick me out.
James said he is pre-pepping to go topless. Indeed, I am.
Yeah.
I am not naked, but my shirt does say naked on it. Whichever side.
It feels like this bed has turned into you now have to eat a lemon topless.
You now have to eat a topless lemon.
Or a topless lemon. All right, let's get into our next poll here.
Yeah.
This one is going to be Simon's.
Yeehaw! And I see my friend Rick Butts in the chat saying, yes, missed the 3 p.m. game hour. Missed you, Rick.
We missed you, Ricky.
Welcome, Rick.
Hope you're doing well, my friend. All right, Simon, here's your poll. Dynasty, which side do you prefer to roster? DeAndre Swift or J.K. Dobbins? What percentage of the public chose DeAndre Swift in this poll?
So my initial thought is, what a stupid poll you just put in front of me with some players that have very, very differing opinions. Like there's not a general consensus, I feel like, on these players. There's in and outs. There's people who buy in and there's people who don't. And that makes it hard. Now I don't have to just judge public sentiment. I have to judge what percentage of the public sentiment is on each of the 2 different public sentiments for each player. You're asking me to track 4 public sentiments here, JL, in one poll. With that being said,
I only had to ask Joey one.
I know. And here I am breaking down 4. With that being said, for some reason, J.K. Dobbins seems to have this stink on him in Dynasty where people just don't believe that the talent's going to get it done there in Baltimore. Maybe they see Gus Edwards. Maybe they see Lamar Jackson at quarterback and they're scared off. But when he's healthy, he's been great. DeAndre Swift, we saw last year get robbed of 17 touchdowns by Jamal Williams, but they added another back to that offense as well, and he's getting older. This is tough, man. I'm going to go 47% DeAndre Swift.
47% locking that in? All right, 47% Joey.
Yeah. Joe. I think
Jeff.
Well, I think a month ago, like
Jim.
What? Before the David Montgomery came to the Lions, I think Swift would have won this like hands down. But there's been a shift because it's the David Montgomery trade or signing so weird for me because he kind of does all the same stuff that Swift does. Some better, some not. So they're not exactly complimentary backs, to be honest. I think Simon's pretty. He said 47.
Indeed, I did.
He did.
I'm gonna go under, but I think you're gonna be as close as I was in the last one.
Oh, I hope so.
Taking the under. On Simon's guess of 47%.
Yeah.
We got some guesses here in the
Chat's
chat.
cracking
Le
me up.
chat.
Dave and Scampers got me while Joey was going.
We got Dave in here with 54%, Dame 46%, Victor 37%, Craig 35%, Albert 41%, Scampers 29%, Dustin with 42%, and Ladarius 51%, and Ricky with 39%. A little closer, a little more clustered than the last one.
A little lower than
Chat
mine.
seems to be consensusing there in the chat. But we are here to determine whether Simon was correct here. And that will tell us, if I can pull this back up. The poll was, which side do you prefer, DeAndre Swift or J.K. Dobbins? Simon thought 47% chose DeAndre Swift's side of this poll. Joey took the under. The actual percentage of people who chose side A was 45%.
Oh, boom!
Simon, you were 2 percentage points away. So that's going to give you 5 points. And Joey, you correctly guessed the under, so you're going to get 2 points.
Literally exactly what Joey said.
I said,
Joey
I think you were just as close as I was.
And you were exactly just as close.
Do we need to have a queen bee? Like, no, I want to queen bee this, but I know what it actually is. That needs to be like a new mechanic.
I'll call your shot mechanic. Like
Yeah.
where you forego your over under to just also give a number to try to come back. That would be a pretty cool mechanic.
Would be. All right, Joey 7, Simon 7, tied up. Let's go. Who's the closest in the chat?
45. Dustin was 3 away.
46. Dame was 1 away.
Nice job, Dame. Also,
Let's go.
Toronto Dave was in the chat over here saying a yellow hat is a lemon top. Who's with me? I'm with you, Dave. And Mr. Scamper said, so the bet now is rubbing a lemon on your nipples on screen.
Too sour. Too sour.
Ooh! That's imagine how I would feel.
Everybody in like a 10-foot radius is like, ah.
Also, Mr. Scamper said Joey just princess beat it.
Princess beat it.
Yeah. Princess. That kind of sounds like Princess Peach. Everybody go see the Mario movie. It comes out tomorrow.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm so excited.
I won't be on the show because I'm taking my girls to see it tomorrow.
Though I will say I watched the trailer for the first time yesterday, and anybody who's complaining about the Chris Pratt voice, get over it, grow up. It's not a big deal. He's doing a great job as Mario. Now, if you want to complain about a voice in that movie, Donkey Kong running around just as Seth Rogen is a bit ludicrous. Like, it literally, he doesn't change his voice at all. Like, here comes Donkey Kong, and then you're like, oh, it's me, Seth Rogen. He literally does the Seth Rogen laugh as Donkey Kong.
At some point, he's going to
That's
hold
so
a banana
funny.
like a joint. You just know it's going to happen in the movie.
They have to, yeah. Oh my god! Now I need to see. Like I wasn't set on going until you said Seth Rogen was Donkey Kong, and it's just him. Now I'm like fully bought into actually going to the theater and seeing it.
I am all in on Jack Black as Bowser. Like
too.
it sounds so good. I think he's really going to bring
I've not caught up. I've not stayed up with the info on this. Is Jack Black the
Jack
Bowser?
Black is
Jack
Bowser.
Black's Bowser.
Charlie Day is Luigi. Chris Pratt is Mario. Anya Taylor-Joy is Princess Peach. Fred Armisen is Cranky Kong. Keegan Michael Key is Toad. They have just an unreal cast doing this Mario movie.
I'm both shocked but also impressed by that pick.
Me too.
The Keegan Michael
Right,
Key.
that's the one that's most off base. They're like, who should?
It's like I would have never got there, but how does that make sense?
It's perfect.
Like, why does that work so well?
Why does he give off Toad vibes? Like, I'm in charge, but I'm not aggressive. Like that's the vibes Toad gives off.
That's hilarious. All right, let's get into our next round.
Yeah, that's a good game today.
Of bowl perception. Let's see, Joey, you are up next on this one. Game's tied 7-7. Could go any which way.
Lemon
All
nips
right.
on the line.
Lemon nips on the line. All right, Joey, here's your poll. This one is from FFPC, which, if you are unaware, is high stakes. It's a high stakes platform. So this is a dynasty league, high stakes dynasty league, $5,000 entry. Which side would you prefer in this league format? Side A, Justin Jefferson and the 2023 111, which is the first round, 11 pick in the first round of the rookie draft this year, or Treylon Burks and the 2023 101. Simon, you got to tell me what percentage of the public chose side A in this poll, the Justin Jefferson side of this poll?
I would love to, but I believe this is my friend Joey's poll.
Are we going snake? You want to snake it today?
This is Joey's poll. Yeah, sorry. I had a different order, and now I've messed it all up.
Good.
Okay, so
I thought you meant Joey posted this poll. I'm like, what?
See, I feel like one day that's
why
going to
didn't I know
happen,
this?
and it's really going to blow up in my face, which will be just great content. So I want to break this down a little differently. I would trade, if I had the 101, I would trade that for Justin Jefferson. So I feel like that's a win on side A. The 111 for Treylon Burks, I would rather have Treylon Burks than the 111. But I just think Justin Jefferson, especially as a wide receiver, is so valuable in Dynasty. And because this is not super flex, I'm going to go side A, 61%. I don't, oh man, people love 101 picks. Oh, I'm gonna be a bad boy. I'm gonna say 69.
69%.
Yeah,
Locking that in.
naughty boy.
Yeah.
You naughty little
dirty
boy.
dog.
Mm-hmm. I like my logic.
Dirty dingle. That's good. That's good. We'll see if it works out for you. Simon.
Thank you. My head was getting a little big, Jail. I needed just to be popped real quick. Thank you. I needed that.
Simon, Joey gets 69% of people chose side A in this poll. Was the actual percentage over or under that line?
I'm struggling on this one a little bit because sometimes our traditional logic, just like it changes from redraft to dynasty. Those high stake leagues operated a little bit differently from like a trade perspective, right? That being said, this is a poll that I'm imagining not everybody voting on plays in high stakes dynasty leagues or is aware of like the meta over there, which I know I'm certainly not. But if I saw this poll, I would probably still vote on it as a dynasty poll. Justin Jefferson being on that side is so unbelievably valuable. In a non-super flex league, he's probably the most valuable asset, and the only one who's close is Jamar Chase in a dynasty league. So I'm going to say over Joey's guess. I think this is in the 70s.
Okay. You can say over Joey's guess, 69%.
Ooh, but that 101 is sexy.
It is pretty sexy. We got some guesses in the chat. Almost as sexy as his guesses in the chat. We got 77 from Dame, 81% guess from old Ricky Butts. We got 82% from Scampers, 89% from Mikey. What up, Mikey? We got 90% from Steven, 85% from Dustin. Wow, this is like the opposite of that first poll. Everybody's within 10. Oh, we got more. I forgot to scroll. Dave, we got 76. Ladarius, 73, and 70 from Albert. Good guesses in the chat. Well, the actual percent of people, pull the poll back up, who chose side A in this poll was 84%. Joey, you snuck your little way back into the
his little what back in the way?
Snuck his little way back into the points.
He snuck his little way back into the points, not his little points back into the way.
Definitely not that. Definitely don't want that. But Simon, you correctly guess the over-under, so you're going to get 2 additional points here, bringing you up to 9, giving you the lead, my friend.
One for each nipple.
One for each nipple.
No, I meant the 2.
That's
9 points.
Just like Grandma used to say.
I've told you my theory that I have an underdeveloped third nipple, right?
Oh,
I swear there's
yes, you've told me, but please remind me.
There's areola skin up here, but no nipple. But like there is like the rough bumpiness. I'm almost positive it was the beginning of a third nipple that just never came to fruition. I got.
Are you sure that's not just like
just
pork skin that you were eating earlier and it's just kind of stuck there?
I have never eaten. That's a lie. I've eaten pork skin, but it's been a couple of years.
Yeah, I know you have.
Did you rub some lemon on it?
Not yet.
Oh, that's why.
That's why.
There you go.
Maybe that's what makes them grow in.
Maybe.
Dave said so sneaky. The missing nip. Yeah, it's been an unsolved mystery my entire life.
This is the clue Nicolas Cage has been looking for the whole
Front
time.
Yard Fantasy in the case of the missing nip.
He's like, we got to go to San Antonio.
We've got to find the nipple. Let's go. I don't know. I can't do Nicolas Cage.
That was pretty damn good.
Oh my God. What is this show?
Canceled after today. I'm not sure.
We had a meeting about
Probably.
this, Jail. You weren't listening. What is this show?
Yeah, my bad. Dustin said picture. We don't believe it, Simon.
We'll see.
Check Twitter. Check Twitter after this. I updated score. Simon, you're in the lead. Well done. And I wanted to ask you guys before we move on to the next poll, what is the deal with Treylon Burks? For Dynasty, you guys anticipate a big jump up in value? He feels like kind of the unforgotten rookie from the forgotten rookie from this past season. How you guys feeling about him?
The problem I have with Treylon Burks is when you look at the end of season stats, it's unbelievably underwhelming. You look at those numbers and you're like, wait, I could have sworn I watched him do more during the regular season. And that's why it's so frustrating, is because of those flashes, the times we saw him look like that big body threat downfield. And then shortly after, he's running the wrong route. He's dropping a pass perfectly thrown to him. So those things are fixable. Like, I tried not to hold it against Jerry Jeudy, against Deontay Johnson, these drop passes. I'm gonna do the same with Treylon Burks, but I'm adjusting my expectations. I'm expecting like wide receiver 2 value being about his ceiling. And I think that's fine. That's fine value to trade for him at. I'm out at his current trade value. I think he's being overvalued in Dynasty, but if he continues to drop, maybe in that like people give up on him because he's not the wide receiver 1 they were expecting, I'll pick him up at wide receiver 3 prices as a wide receiver 2.
Yeah. I'm with you. That value, that dip right now just feels there's enough there. I think there's enough there.
It's not quite low enough for me, but I understand some people. Like I was on our friend Tyler Karp's show yesterday, and Treylon Burks is one of his biggest dynasty buys right now. I'm not there yet, but people I look up to their opinion here in the space are all aboard it. It needs to be a little bit lower for me because it seems about at value right now. You're trading wide receiver 2 numbers for a wide receiver 2 in my eyes.
Would you do this trade?
Absolutely not. I'm taking the Justin Jefferson side.
Yeah, I went Justin Jefferson.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead, Joey.
No, my interest in Burks, I think, peaked, I want to say 2 days ago for the first time this season. I was like, oh. And I saw an article about the Titans possibly trying to get Anthony Richardson. If that were to happen, my interest in Burks would go up quite a bit.
Yeah. There's the moves over the next few months might sway that value. And we got that in here in the chat. Said, I'm sad that I can't join today's live stream. However, the nipple talk worth it.
Thad, wish you could have been here for nip talk.
Yeah,
we'll save something.
Yeah,
next
sorry
time.
We missed you on technical difficulties. We'll get you back on here soon, Thad. We love you. You guys ready to get into the next poll?
I'm so ready.
All right. This one's going to be Simon's, right?
Yes, this one's mine.
5 points for me. Let's go. All right, Simon, here it is. When it comes to sports betting, do you actually go into a season with a dedicated bankroll just for betting sports? No or yes? What percentage of the public said no in this poll?
This is interesting because I feel like, do you actually go into a season with a dedicated bankroll is different than do you follow a dedicated bankroll throughout the season? Know what I mean? Because I think there are a lot of people who would say, yes, I go into the season with a dedicated bankroll, who by week 3 have blown through their dedicated bankroll and now all of a sudden have a new dedicated bankroll for the rest of the year. Like that seems like some common Twitter degenerate gambler behavior, right? Like I swear only $500 this season, but
700, 300.
Exactly. I was like, the Lions got screwed last week. I would have been good for sure. Just another 500. And then they're back in. And I think those people are going to still answer yes to this one, even though maybe it's not so true. But how many people are just openly degenerate on Twitter and just say, yeah, no bankroll, we're just flying, or are such casual gamblers that they don't need a bankroll, right? Like they gamble so little, $5 at a time here and there, they're not messing around. I'm going to say this is about, 42% on the no side, that this is under 50%. No, actually complete 180, 68% on the no side.
68% locking that in. 68%, just going the full reversal. Joey, was the actual percentage over or under Simon's guess of 68% on side A of this?
I don't think there's as many degenerates out there as there are people that, one, just I don't know. Yeah, it's going to be over for me. I just don't think that many people have a dedicated amount that they're gambling.
You're going to go over?
Yeah.
All right.
I apologize for my camera. I have no idea what's going on with it.
You're probably turning into a superhero, or you're about to get hacked by a supervillain who's going to come on and deliver a message to us.
I'll
Those
accept
flashes
either.
are menacing.
Am I going insane? What's wrong with
There's
this?
green flashes
like
that keep
strobing
up, like a strobe light. Oh, down.
Oh, I saw it. That's that's scary. We'll figure that one out. All right, Joey took the over. We got some guesses here in the chat. We got 34 from Dave. We got 22 from Scampers. 48 from Dave. Other Dave. 95% from Dustin. 76 from Dame. 85 from Maria and 81 from Ladarius. And then we got Rick Butts at 70. Tim said D-Gens Unite 33% calling card for his people. And Thad coming with 42%. Well, the actual percent, I almost forgot Albert's 45%. Simon, you get 68% of people said no, they don't go into the season with a dedicated bankroll for sports betting. Joey, you took the over.
Yeah.
The actual percentage, it was 60%.
Okay, I'll take it.
60%. So Simon, you were within you were 8 percentage points away, which means you were going to get 3 points on this. Joey, you incorrectly guessed the over under, so you're going to get 0. Nada.
0.
Before we move on from this one, I do just want to say, as much as I talk trash about both sides, anybody who took either side I said something negative about in this poll, it's a good idea to have a dedicated bankroll. It's a good idea to set what you want to do before it goes into the season instead of reacting based on the emotion of the event itself. Make the decision without the emotion and then go into it. Otherwise, man,
all emotion.
I have a dedicated bankroll when I go to Las Vegas. Like when I lost $200 pretty quick my first trip to Vegas. I think within 5 minutes on the roulette table, and I just walked away, and that was my bankroll for the weekend.
Maria, my brother, and I went into this casino in Costa Rica, this town in Costa Rica, this little beach town. And there's a random casino, and there's no one in there, but there's like 15 people that work there. They're all just standing around, and we walk in, they're all staring at us. So we walked up to the table, and we're like, oh, I guess we'll play. It's a $20 minimum on the blackjack table. All 3 of us lost immediately, and then we left.
Nice.
It was the quickest $60 I've ever lost.
The only time I've ever really come out profitable at a casino is when I went with my mom, and she got really nervous about gambling, and she was standing behind me, and I got dealt. I split a hand. I put $100 down just to freak her out. Right. I get dealt double. So I split the hand. So I put another $100 down. Again, just trying to get a reaction out of my mom. 100%. Like I'm expecting to lose this money at this point. I split the next hand as well, put another $100 down, win all 3 hands, walk away from the table. And it was on Christmas Day. And my mom was freaking out, having like a full on panic attack behind me.
Oh my God. That reminds me of the story. There's a story Pat McAfee told on the Manning cast, like last season, I think, talking about how when he saw Peyton at a casino when they were playing together or sometime before they knew each other super well, but they had played together, and it's like a group of people. And he said, put it all on red. And then it hit, red hit, and then he just walked away. Peyton Manning just like walks away from the table. Everyone's like, ah! He just hit him with a put it all on red. It hits.
He's Peyton Manning's like the roulette fairy. It's just shows up.
And then it killed me because he followed that up with it. He's like, yeah, what you didn't see is I've done that like 100 times and it's never
worked. There's just as many people out there who have the story of the time Peyton Manning came up and said, put it all on red, and they lost their life savings.
They just lost their money.
That's Peyton
But
Manning.
Of course, the one time ended up being Pat McAfee.
I'm imagining him with like Tooth Fairy wings on and with a harness and somebody with a rope who lowers him in front of the roulette table and then quickly tries to raise Peyton Manning back up. His head dangling. It's a little too heavy.
All right. Well, oops, I didn't update the score on the screen, but Simon, you have a commanding lead of 12-9. Or 12-8, I'm sorry.
Beautiful. Also, I see Dave in here with the humble brag. Absolutely not. Let me tell you about all the money I've lost at casinos.
Now, let me give you a detailed account of all my bad
No one is
decisions.
better at slot machines if the goal is to sit down the shortest amount of time and lose more money. I have no idea what's going on. It's just like it's a machine that you just shove $100 bills in and then walk away.
Sucker machine.
I do go with the sports betting. That I do well with, but
that's you do. Me do good.
Me do good. Sports bet. Let's make money.
Roulette, no good. Joey like bet.
too many colors. No like roulette.
What you just experienced was a preview of Donkey Kong as Seth Rogen as
Jet go over.
I was doing a caveman just to clear that up. It was starting to come into some territories I didn't want to be in.
All right. Well, this next poll, Joey, a chance to redeem yourself.
Let's hope.
Let's hope. Here it is. Who's winning the Natty? SDSU or UConn?
Well,
what percentage of the public chose SDSU?
So who was wrong?
Yeah, who was wrong? I mean,
it was before the game.
Yeah, UConn had a lot of love in this Final Four. Like people are like, no one's going to beat UConn. They're unstoppable. I'll give 3% to the fan base of SDSU, and then 15% to people that are being fun. So that's 18. So I'm gonna go just make it around 80 UConn side. So it'd be 20% SU.
20% locking that in.
Yeah.
All right.
Let me get some points here.
Simon, it's the actual. Oh wait.
What?
New mechanic.
Oh, way over. Yeah.
You want to introduce it?
I'll introduce it. Guys, now that it is the final round of our game before the last poll, we have a new mechanic. Instead of just over under, our contestants can now also guess way over, way under. And that's if you think your opponent is very wrong. Like, man, are they wrong? Like, they really should have thought about that one more. 15 percentage points or more off. You can say way over or way under for double the points, 4 points if you're correct. But if you are not 15 percentage points or more over, if you are only, let's say, 11 over, you're going to get 0 points. So it is a double or nothing mechanic. Let's ride.
Let's ride. All right. So, Simon, with that in mind, do you think the actual percentage of people who chose side A, who chose SDSU to win that game last night was over, under, way under? Joey's guess is 20%.
Well, we have to consider the portion of the population that's going to vote on this based on mascot. And while the Husky is very cute, I don't think it stands a chance against the SDSU mascot. It's going to be a sad day. So add another 10% onto that side. I think it's going to be over Joey's guess. You forgot to consider the mascot crowd, Joey.
I did forget that.
Big mistake.
But there are a lot of dog lovers in this country that you have also forgotten about.
Shoot, I did forget that element to it. JL just mentioned the other day how great of a mascot UConn has.
That's true. The Husky is just on point.
My daughter and I took her to the first American League conference tournament. UCF plays in it, and UConn was there. And the UConn Husky and the cheerleaders spent a lot of time with my daughter. So go UConn.
Hell yeah.
Didn't have to. It was really nice of them to do that.
I've always been a UConn women's basketball fan because my a woman who went to my high school, who was like close. My mom worked at my high school while I was growing up, even before I went there. And she got close with close friends with my mom. And she went and played at UConn on the women's team was boss. This is a long time ago.
Surely won a couple national championships.
Yeah, so I've always just been like a little background UConn women's basketball fan. We got some good guesses in the chat. Ladarius, 19%, 15% from Albert, 15% from Thad, 14% from old Ricky Butts. Well, the actual percentage of people who chose side A in this poll was 22%. Joey with another killer guess. You were within 5 percentage points, so you were going to get 5 points.
This team is freaking neck and neck.
Yeah, this is good, Simon. This is good content. I can't wait to eat that lemon. It's going to be good.
I kind of forgot about the lemon thing.
Oh, I haven't.
Do I eat it before or after I rub it on my nipples?
Both.
Ooh. Wow.
It's like a tequila shot. A little salt.
I put the salt over here. Shot. And then take a bite out of a whole lemon. It's called the front yard fantasy shot.
So are we going to pay this off on Friday? On Fun Friday?
Yeah, we'll pay it off on Friday.
Oh, yeah. Tim's just going to do it for fun.
Just Tim with the sunglasses, just laughing his ass off at us. That's what everybody wants to see.
Simon's going to need 3 lemons. Yeah.
At least 2.5.
At least 2.5.
Dame's at 23%. I think she
Nice,
was
Dame.
the closest one here, 1 percentage point off. Dame's got like 1,000 points right now.
Dame is the poll perception ringer in the chat.
Just absolutely destroying it.
We got to get her on here one day.
Not while I'm playing. I'm hosting that week.
I'll fall on the sword. Like,
okay, thanks, Joey.
It's only fun when I lose, so I'll do it.
All right, let's get into our next poll. Our penultimate poll. This one is for you, Simon.
Let's do it.
What's your favorite fantasy league management platform?
Oh,
ESPN, Sleeper, MFL, or NFL Fantasy? What percentage of the public chose ESPN?
Is this from Twitter?
Yes.
That's a great question, Simon.
I think that heavily matters for this poll because I think there are pockets on the internet that are dedicated to a specific platform. And I think Twitter is heavy on 2 that they prefer, one much larger than the other. There's a huge Sleeper contingency that loves the UI. Sleepers come out and they've made it very user-friendly, which is a pretty cool change, right? Innovating on the product. And then there are the old hats that love the customization of MFL. And so that's where the Twitter is split. ESPN and NFL Fantasy, I think those live in other pockets of the internet. I see a lot of ESPN leagues over on Reddit still. I think Sleeper is going to win this poll, but with 4 options, let's go. I think they're going to get over 25% as well. So let's go 36% on, 36% on Sleeper.
36% on ESPN.
Shoot. Dang it. I did all that work for Sleeper and I was trying to answer for ESPN.
It's fine. Once you play this game like a few times, you'll pick it up.
Yeah, sorry about that. The rules are just so hard to remember. It's like I gave them at the beginning. I'm going to go with carry the 5, divide by 7, the integral of the Cleveland Browns.
Well, I see some good guesses in the chat.
I'm going to go with 19% on ESPN.
19%.
I'm going to
locking that in.
Yeah.
All right. Locking in 19%. Joey, was the actual percentage over? Was the actual percentage of people who chose ESPN in this poll over, under, way over, or way under? Or you could say Queen Bee it and say it was exactly correct. On Simon's guess of 19%.
I feel like ESPN and Yahoo are still probably the 1-2 of sites people like to play on. But Simon's right using Twitter to say, okay, well, this is from Twitter because Twitter is very Sleeper and NFL, but that's just what we see. Like, I think it's over. I'm trying to justify going way over at this point.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Because I just feel like that's low for ESPN. So it would need to be 34% ESPN, right? For me to get the way over, right?
Do it.
Yeah.
Call me stupid.
Simon, I'm not calling you stupid. I'm just saying that you're giving NFL Fantasy too much credit.
Call him stupid.
Because nobody wants to play on
Call him stupid.
Sorry if anyone plays on that site.
What are you doing?
Watching or their sponsor.
Not anymore.
I'm just going to go over and hopefully get 2 points because it really depends on the last question. So this game's so
all right.
good.
It's Joey locking in the over.
Yeah.
On Simon's guess, 19%. We got some guesses here in the chat. We got 14% from Dave. Ooh, 11% from Scampers, 35 from Dame, 18 from Ricky Butts, 48 from Dustin, Ladarius, 13%. And then Thad and Albert split 61% from Thad, 21% from Albert. Well,
man, I don't know.
The actual percentage of people who chose ESPN in this poll was
this could be 70 and I wouldn't be shocked.
8%.
Woo!
Simon, 8%. Simon, you were 11 percentage points off, so you are still going to get a point in this one. Joey, you incorrectly guessed the over-under, so you're going to get nada.
I like Maria's suggestion. If you choose way over, you should have to call the other person stupid. I like that.
To their face. You're stupid. All right.
I'm really surprised at that number. Can you give us the breakdowns? I'm just curious.
I can. The breakdown was Sleeper had 80%, MFL had 10%, ESPN had 8%, and NFL had 2%.
So my breakdown at the beginning was just about freaking perfect. I just got the numbers wrong. This is Twitter. They're heavy on Sleeper with a little bit of MFL, and then the others are the lagging indicator, the lagging guys.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Good job, Simon.
Yeah, and this probably isn't a randomly distributed poll. 1,800 votes is not going to probably give you enough data.
Did Sleeper put out this poll by chance?
They did not.
Okay. It was actually NFL Fantasy who put this poll out.
Simon, what is
this was actually Fantasy Football Expo that put this poll
out.
They're probably doing it for a reason. What are your guys' favorite
that does skew it probably.
platforms? Are we allowed to say that?
Sure. I like them all.
I play most of my leagues on Sleeper because it makes the most sense, especially when whenever I'm in my home league and it's like some casual fans, some non-casual fans. Sleeper works perfect, right? It's got all the features you need to customize it, but then it's a little bit more approachable. Now, I will say for things like the Scott Fish Bowl and other leagues like that, MFL has been fantastic. It's a little bit harder to use. And I will say the Yahoo app, I hadn't played in the Yahoo league in years, and my girlfriend was in one last year, and they've made some updates over there. It was looking pretty sleek.
Yahoo has my favorite draft room, like the actual draft room. Mechanic.
See, I'm a sucker for the ESPN draft room just because of the noises. Like it is the noises and noises alone that sucker me in. There's nostalgia attached to the that just plays in the draft room.
Yeah. I'm with you. That I know exactly what noises you're talking about, Simon. All right, let's get into our last poll. This game is pretty close, although I don't think I gave the points to Simon.
He gets 2.
It's 1 point.
Oh,
nice try, Simon.
Anyone's game.
Nice try trying to get Joey to convince me to give you 2.
I did it subconsciously.
You did. Okay. All right. So let me just get this copied in here.
We got Dame in the chat coming in here and said, Yahoo makes me want to rage quit for reversing RBs and wide receivers in the roster order. Yeah, if you're used to playing on one, then all of a sudden they're in different spots. That
it's just so annoying.
Can get crazy over there. And I see some strong opinions on MFL over there. Then it's probably not what you're looking for a league. Like for some leagues, it's overkill. It's way too much. But for specific things that you need to customize your league, it makes sense.
It's decent, yeah.
It does what it's supposed to.
All right, guys, you're going to write down your guesses on this one. It's our last poll. Works a little differently. Whoever is the closest is going to get 5 points.
Okay.
If either of you if you guys have the same answer, you're going to share the reward or lack thereof. Here's your final poll. Let's settle this. Five Guys fries, Chick-fil-A fries, Jack in the Box curly fries, or McDonald's fries. What percentage of the public chose Five Guys fries?
This is so tough.
3,232 votes from Twitter. Write down your answers and we will reveal. And as always, chat, throw your guesses in there. I see some guesses trickling in here. Scamp. Oh, actually, I'm not supposed to say them, am I?
I'm sure.
Joey's just dying.
I don't
over there.
need a lemon. I don't want to do it.
I forgot. I keep forgetting that there's stakes.
Forget about the lemon mechanic. All right. Let's do it, Joey.
Lemon mechanic.
0% per. Oh, but no. So man, this is tricky because each one has their contingency, but which contingency is the strongest?
All right, you got an answer?
Oh God, I don't know.
Yes.
I don't like Five Guys fries, so I want to go low, but I think people do. I don't know what people like. I don't talk to people. I talk to my wife. That's it. And you guys once a day.
Okay, I've got my answer.
Yep.
All right. Okay. Go ahead and reveal.
I drew a lemon.
I also drew a lemon going on Joey's nipple.
27% from Simon.
Oh no.
And 28% from Joey. Oh no.
No.
Oh no. 27% from Simon. 28% from Joey. And we got some guesses here in the chat. 15% from Scampers, 13% from Dame, Rick with 33%, Dave with 12%, Dustin 26%, and then Thad with 30%. Mama Grunewald in here, 6%. Oh my God, his guesses are all over the place. Ladarius 37, Tim 8, Victor 9. Oh my God, Simon 27, Joey 28%.
Chad is giving me no confidence either way because there was
absolute.
Are Hardee's fries the same as Jack in the Box curly fries?
No,
they're the same, aren't they?
Carl's Jr. is the same as Hardee's.
Okay.
All right. Well, the actual percentage of people who chose Five Guys fries,
please stand up,
in this poll was 30%.
No! Yes,
yes. Let's go.
You've got to eat 11. You're so silly, Simon.
So
2.5 nipples, 3.5 lemons.
I'm sorry to you as well. To you,
is that a Yu-Gi-Oh shirt?
To you, I'm half sorry.
Usually, I'm very cordial because we have a guest, and I want to be polite. But I don't need to be polite because Simon just lost, and it's wonderful. Oh, this is great.
Simon, in losing today's game, you have one sore, sour nipples. Come on down, claim your prize. Joey, congratulations on today's game.
That was a good game,
friend. That was a phenomenal game on that show right there. I wish it would have come out a little bit differently, but that's okay. Can't all be winners. And Joey, if I have to lose to someone, I wish it wasn't you, but it's okay. It's Tuesday, I guess.
But I will cope.
I will cope. Damon here saying such a fun show, y'all rocky. You rock. And we got Dave shocked at that last answer. 30%. I think
right.
I think what's doing it is the volume. I think you hit on that earlier. Is Five Guys just dumps a scoop in your bag, and people are conflating that with quality.
Right.
And they have Cajun seasoning, which automatically ups your fries about 50%. So if you get the Cajun fries at Five Guys, you're going to be biased, man.
That is sound logic.
Well, guys, that is going to be it for us today. Before we go, though, I wanted to remind everybody about something here on BSN. It is Masters Week, and the Tour Junkies are here helping you get ready for the biggest golf tournament of the year. So if you guys want to join in at 4 p.m. or 7 p.m. Eastern time to catch the Tour Junkies, get you ready for some of those master highlights. You can do it here on bettersports.com. And great news, we're going to be back tomorrow and the next day and the next day and every day, Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern time for the Fantasy Football Game Show with some awesome guests playing some awesome games. So come hang out with us again tomorrow and the next day and the next day.
And the next day.
And then what after that?
But not the day after that.
Then it's Saturday and we will not be here. Yeah. That would be really sad if you sat here at 3 p.m. just waiting for us. It's going to be a long time. It's going to be a couple days.
No, we just don't show up.
Scampers
just show up Saturday. I thought you just hang out. Talk about
just a sad cat waiting by the catnip. Well, guys, that's going to be it for us today. We will see you guys tomorrow, same time, same place, playing some more games. Until then, we are out of here. Enjoy your Tuesday. See you on another time.
We love you. Bye-bye.
Where is that outro?
Huh?